custom dress for my brother's wedding, I guess. This is the first time that I've made something for someone else, so I'm very excited. Actually, it's not the first time that I've made something for someone else. I've only ever made like a top for someone, but like this is a dress for an event, and it's my first like big custom make. So I am so excited. This is me like 20 minutes after I found out. Like I can't believe it. It's so good. And I don't know, I feel like Jenny Humphrey from Gossip Girl. Like I feel like I can storm a fashion show. I can say no to Eleanor Waldorf. I'm like, I don't know, I could cry. This is so exciting. It's the night before the fitting. So the dress code for what I'm gonna be making is like winter formal. So it's like, it should be wearing heels. It's gotta be like a nice dress, probably in jewel tones. She told me that she wants to go green. So we might go for like more of an emerald green or a deep forest green. But that's kind of more like a personal choice, so we'll see how that goes. But for the actual dress, I'm thinking of like a cow neck satin slip dress, like a long, like maxi version, not floor length, but like mid-calf kind of length, because I think that would be really flattering for her body type, and also just fits the aesthetic of the wedding really nicely, so it'll look good in all the photos and everything as well. The only thing about a satin slip is that it's a little bit overdone without extra details. So I want to do something with the dress to make it a little bit stand out from what you would normally see with a satin slip. I'm thinking about some like more custom details that I can add to it. And I'm thinking I can do like a little bit of a V line on the back, and then have some like kind of pearl-esque buttons kind of like trailing down the middle from the V. I think that would be really pretty. And then just kind of stop at a certain like bit on the tailbone. I think that would be really nice. Otherwise, I'm also thinking of doing like, instead of just an adjustable strap, I want to do like little like tie-up straps. I think that would be really cute and just like set off like the daintiness of the material. And especially if I did that with the pearl buttons like trailing down the back, I think that would like just kind of give it that really nice like formal effect. So I'm gonna do a sketch of that, and then if I think of any other little details, I'll do some extra sketches and just kind of see what I think of. But at the moment, those are the two details that I think would work best together to fit the occasion and the dress. So I'll just be sketching those ideas. So I've just made like a bit of a draft for the dress, because I don't have like pattern making paper or anything like that, so I usually just sew the fabric straight away. But this time, because it's like a bit more important, I think, so I'm making a draft out of some old cheap fabric that I still have. This is what it looks like. I haven't done straps, and I'm not adding the zip to this or anything. It'll just be to see if the shape is right, and then if it is, I will unpick it and I'll be able to just basically trace it onto the real fabric, but adding the seam allowance for the zipper. I'll have it doubled over so that the lining will be attached. I think it looks pretty good, and I'm excited to see how it turns out once I've sewn it together. I have now unpicked the draft dress and laid it out on the real fabric. So I'm just going to draw like a chalk outline, and then I'll cut out those pieces. And then I'm going to go have dinner and go to bed. So I will come back to you tomorrow when I'm ready to start sewing the pieces together. Okay, so I've got the nice sides of the fabric facing down on each other, and then so up here
this is like right where the cowl neck starts, is this fold here, right in the middle. So the zip starts just under the arm, and I've pinned that all the way along so that obviously the zip will be on the same side as the nice fabric. And then I'll sew this side to there the same way. And then after I sew them together, then I can fold it over and I can sew like the bottom to the bottom of the zip on the underside. So once I fold it over, I can sew this bit to the top and then this bit to the bottom of the zip. So my first step is to sew where it's currently pinned and also sew along the normal edge as well. Okay, so I've sewn the first lot of zipper sewing stuff that I was saying before. So I said they were kind of like I had to do it in 4 stages because you can't like do both sides of the zipper at once. So I did both of the first sides, like where it attaches to the outer facing, and now I'm attaching it to the lining side as well. So this bit where it's like all chopped and this sewn line is, that's where the zip is in there, and then the lining side is on this side. So when I sew that, like it'll fold out so that the zip will be on the outside of the dress, obviously, so you can zip it up and down. But I'm going to sew that bit now, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing for the other zipper side, because you know how like a zip has like 2 strands. So I've done one side and I'm going to do the other side exactly the same way. So I had a very big day sewing and all the panels are together. I've hemmed it. I've even sewn on the straps now. So this is what it looks like. I've just had her come in to try it on a second time and it's looking very good. All I have to do is I'll bring in this side here. I just have to bring that in a little bit, and then I just have to add the final detail, which is these little pearls. We're going to do that all the way down the side of the zip. So they're going to be like a little pearl here and then a little pearl here and all the way up that side. So yeah, everything else was fitting really well and it looked good. She loves the colour, so yeah, we're just about done, which is very exciting. I'll hopefully get that done today, and then I will let her know it's ready to be picked up. It is now nighttime, and I have brought in the little sections on the side here where I thought that it could just come in just a tiny little bit, just a touch. So now I'm up to the very finishing detail, which is very exciting. I'm going to be putting on the little beads now, the little pearl beading. What I'm doing at the moment is I'm grabbing my tape measure, and then every 2 inches I'm putting a red pin. That way I can just sit down and sew all of the buttons on at once, rather than like doing a button, measuring, pinning, taking the pin back out and then putting the button back on. It's just like a lot easier to do it all at once. So I'm gonna do that, and then I've already steamed it, so it will be all done. Very exciting stuff.